Welcome everyone to the SERL Hot Wheels Cup Series Season 2 Race 4 at the Seattle Speedway, where we have 42 drivers ready to conclude the Seattle triple header, which so far has just had a lot going on in the race and, and also in the point standings. Because, for example, so far this weekend, what we have seen in the Donna's Pizza Truck Series race and the American Ethanol Series race here, if you're high up in points, there's a good chance you might fall. And if you have been a struggling driver, there's a good chance that you could really rise and establish yourself as a driver to keep an eye out for the next couple weeks. Because in those two races, the points leaders that were coming into the race didn't weren't the points leader once the race ended, along with many other drivers that were also up high in the points. So does that mean the drivers like Isaac Nichols, Cody Hagan, Blaine Keys, William Bedford, and Jacob Reed are all in trouble? Maybe, but we'll just have to see. Another thing to also keep an eye out for, possibly, depending on how things go, watch out for Justin Talampas here. Even though he starts in the middle to the rear of the pack, which is not where he started, which is not really where he started in the R2 series. As far as my memory serve, he has won the last he has won in the last two nights, and he won them in different ways. In the Donna's Pizza Trucks race, he sort of placed himself in the right place at the right time, and everyone in front of him happened to wreck, and the race ended under caution. And in and then and then in the American Ethanol Series race, he made a last lap pass after being so good for the most part all day. And I feel like that if Justin Talampas can get out of trouble, watch out for him. But anyway, other than that, I think what you also have to see right here is just simply a lot of like crashes. Because, for example, so far this weekend, if you combine the two races, we've had five crashes, and the thing is, all of these crashes have been multi-car incidents, including a crash in yesterday's American Ethanol Series race where in the first turn on the first lap we had a 36 car pileup, which I believe is the most amount of cars involved in the crash ever in the SERL, as far as my memory serves. So and because that was just lap one in the first couple corners, that means that you really are not going to have much of a break. We could be in for a total of 38 laps, 30 laps, which means this race will be a long race of just intense action. But anyway, now let's get the cars rolling off. Here is the starting lineup. So our top 10 starting drivers are Peyton Keys, Jacob Reed, Connor Breen, Luke Walker, Cameron Blake, Pierce Savillon, Aiden Saunders, Riley Smith, Matt Hotchkiss, and Austin Kennedy. That's your top 10. Peyton Keys gets his first group pole, and Pierce Savillon won last week at Portland. And as we go through the rest of the field, so it really does not really matter where you start, because for example, yesterday's big one that took out 36 cars in the American Ethanol Series, that started I believe inside the top 5, and and in both and in the last two races we've had a situation of where well, one of them was the leader, but the other one was the second place man almost wreck. But to me, I think what will also make this race a little bit more interesting is how, because the race is 38 laps, 13 laps longer than the other two races, I think it brings a little bit more unpredictability. Like, will we see this or will we see that? So that's just one thing to watch out for, along with turns 2 and turns 3. In those two turns, the cars seem to get a little bit high, which could lead to some disasters. But anyway, Peyton Keys and Jacob Reed leads to the green flag at Seattle. And as you might notice, the start finish line is all the way really close to turn number 1, like Talladega is. But anyway, oh my goodness, here I saw one car in the grass. Oh damn, what was it here? Matt Hotchkiss. Oh no, that's not good. Oh my goodness, Cody Hagen are here. Very hard impact. I see Garrett Sinner back there. Watch out. This could be bad. Oh, Riley Smith, Jim Kelly in the wall. Austin Kennedy. Whoa, Lucy Gonzalez. Oh my god, they are super close. I don't know how they're saving it. But anyway, Conrad here leads us back to caution. Let's watch it here. Do they all keep it under control? Abe Choxell, Blaine Keys, Kevin Saunders, Eric Almahart, Luke Crafton, LJ Mills, Frankie Reed, Garrett Sinor, Cody Hagen. Yeah, so it looks like that it was possibly like a 10-car pileup here coming out of turn number 2, which I just said was going to be a trouble spot. But let's take a look. So there were a couple of incidents happening right here, and the thing is, this happened at almost the exact same time Matt Hotchkiss and Daniel Willis clubbed together and saved it. And so right here, the first contact right here was between Dean Orrin and Eric Almahart. And while Dean Orrin here saves it, at the same time as Eric Almahart comes back on the race here, Cody Hagen and Bib Crafton make contact here down into Eric Almahart, and then Elgin Mills has nowhere to go. So does Blaine Keys. Cody Hagen almost gets through it, but gets clipped, and he takes a pretty hard look into the outside wall. And then Garrett Sinner has nowhere to go. And I feel like for Cody Hagen and Garrett Sinner, that could be the end of their day. And as you can see, that's where Kevin Saunders gets some of his damage. And let's just show like a different angle in real time from Elgin Mills. But anyway, now let's go on board someone, or let's see if we can find an alternative angle. I just found out there was a reason why Kevin Saunders was so far back there, so we'll just use the far chase camera to show that, and also show what Abe Troxell saw from a very unique angle. Throughout the weekend, there have been many drivers that almost made it, and Cody Hagen becomes the group's latest victim. When we go back racing, we will have a total of 40 drivers still on the lead lap, with Cody Hagen and the 95 of Frankie Reed in the garage with their days over. And for Cody Hagen, this is going to be a huge hit in the points, because he came into this race second points, only 5 points behind the points leader Isaac Nichols. But anyway, as I show you the rest of the field, so Connor Breen right here recently in the past week or so has kind of turned things around in like all 3 series, is going to lead us back to the green flag. And I don't remember how well he did in the American Athlon series, but the thing is, he had a very strong car in the Domino's Pizza Trucks race, came super close to winning that race if he didn't get caught in that last lap pileup. But anyway, not last lap pileup, but last caution late in the race. But anyway, he gets out to a very strong restart. Hanky is going to tuck in behind them. But it looks like everyone so far is sort of laying off at this point. I'm not seeing like too many crazy moves. Watch out, Dan Wales, Pierce Saviano. Okay, that kind of got a little close. But anyway, now Luke Walker here. He is looking to take the lead, looking to become the second leader of the day, or second driver to be a lap, and he does it. Now here comes Torn Deer in the 44, looking to take the lead. Torn Deer comes in this race 18 points, but really has not made a whole lot of noise. so much this season in terms of what's been going on the racetrack. Oh my goodness, here! The 11th of Aiden Saunders are here. He saves the car, but that could have been huge. But anyway, they are now 4 wide here, with Austin Kennedy and Lucy Gonzalez in the mix. But anyway, Luke Walker here, he leads another lap. And one thing I think you'll notice here, as the green flag ride continues right here, is that especially on the front straightaway, if you're on the inside, and this is kind of the opposite at Daytona. If you're on the inside, kind of all by yourself, you really cannot really go like anywhere. Well, my guess here, yeah, I thought they was short here, so it looks like Jacob Bree got hooked by the 14 above Buchanan, but he saves the car. Yeah, and so yes, I was just saying here, there are more drivers here that are currently on the outside on the front stretch, and if there are more cars on the front stretch, then that's gonna make a driver like Pierce Saviano or Aiden Saunders really have a hard time of making it past entering turn number 1. They might lose ground. But anyway, right now we have stayed green here for now a couple of laps, and while there have been some close calls, there hasn't really been too much trouble. Oh my goodness, here, Austin Kenny and the 3 up in the wall. That's what I was talking about. Turn three. I think because turn 3 has less banking, your entry into that corner is just a little bit different, right? And so far not everyone has been able to master that. But I think it also might be because turn 3 might be a little bit more might be more narrow. It could be narrower than turns 1 too. But anyway, now here comes Pierce Saviano. Can Pierce Saviano go back-to-back wins in the Hot Wheels Cup Series? This is the only series he is in, and he looks to the inside of Luke Walker. Oh wait, never mind. He decides to jump back in line. I think for now that is the smart thing to do. Because the thing is, we just have a lot of racing left to go. But anyway, right here, it looks like all of a sudden somewhere here is starting to join the park here. Justin Talampas here, he is starting to move up ever so slightly. If he can stay out of trouble, he could be a contender here. As Carson Sinclair up on the wall, my goodness. I don't really think we've actually seen very much this weekend. A driver stuck in the outside wall here. Whoa, my goodness, Lisa Gonzalez. Right here, she was on the apron. I think I just saw, but that was an amazing save. Whoa, Club Crafton. Okay, getting a little bit closer here. Anyway, the Frontier here have seemed to have separated themselves from the rest of the pack here, just ever so slightly. I think we could see Pierce Saviano make a move if we stay green. If we stay green a little bit more longer, because it looks like he wants to make the move. But I feel like, as Lisa Gonzalez now looks to declare away, I think if Pierce Saviano could get some help, he could get the lead. And getting help is how Justin Talampas won yesterday's race. He got some help on the inside and was able to go by. I think it was the 42 of Randy O'Neal in the American Athletics Series race. But anyway, the last time by, the top 2 were almost 3 times of a second ahead of third place Kendall Maynor now. And now here comes Dale Scott in the 88. Dale Scott needs something good to happen here because the thing is, I think he's outside. I know he's outside the top 25 in points. The thing is, but I think he's possibly outside the top 30 in points. But anyway, here now he's looking to the inside here. Here's Saviano, and he looks to take the lead. But anyway, right here, as you'll see right here on camera, I think this is what I'm talking about. If you don't have as many drivers here on the inside, you start getting past right here. And so, for example, I think that's what really hurt DL Scott from having a momentum from passing Luke Walker in turns 1 here. But it looks like now in turns number 2, he's gonna get the lead. So Dale Scott looks like Dale Scott is going to become the 3rd different leader of the day, as we as we have stayed green for almost 10 laps. But I don't think we'll stay green forever. Because if we stay green longer here, we're going to catch Garrett Sinar, who currently is about half a lap behind the leaders. But anyway, here we are now starting to see it more side-by-side racing up in the front after having a couple laps of just top two separated from the rest of the field. Whoa, Lisa Gonzalez, but we can't hear. Hey, Clark Carter goes around. Goes around here, right in front of the field. Oh my goodness, Isaac Nichols the points leader. Oh my goodness, a couple more drivers involved. Peyton Keys, the pole center, has some damage. William Bedford in the 33. William Bedford came into that race third in points. And it looks like Matt Hotchkiss and Dion might also have some damage. Connor Breen definitely has some damage as well. But the first two drivers here I saw around here were Lisa Gonzalez and Bubba Buchanan. Those two drivers hooked, and I don't know if Club Crafton checked up or Club Crafton got hooked at the same time. But anyway, DL Scott will lead all these caution laps. But the thing is, that was such a shame. There was like Peyton Keys, William Bedford, Club Crafton, and Andrew Brandt, which are having nice solid top 15 runs. But let's take a look and see what happened. You know, and Club Crafton was the first car around. When I saw Bubba Buchanan and Lisa Gonzalez hooked up together, I thought, this is not going to be good. That's not a very smart move, especially since we're not even halfway. But anyway, it turns out the accident, or the eventual accident, would not be because of them. It would be because Cal Gardner and Club Crafton, running inside the top 10, got hooked at almost exactly the same time as Lisa Gonzalez and Bubba Buchanan did right here. So Club Crafton gets hooked here down into Abe Troxell. Cal Gardner saves the car, and Saunders barely gets through that. But anyway, Andrew Brandt here gets damaged, so does Connor Breeden. Isaac Nichols almost gets through it, but gets hit by Andrew Brandt, and then Austin Kennedy takes a very hard look into the outside wall. And Peyton Keys also has nowhere to go. I think Andrew Gorman got some damage. William Bedford hits Club Crafton, which then Matt Hotchkiss hit the back of him. Let's take a look at the helicopter. And let's take a look at this live. Yeah, so Andrew Brandt, Connor Breeden just nowhere to go. Austin Kennedy also got some slight damage. But anyway, let's show you an alternative angle, or maybe an onboard camera. As I was trying to figure out which car to use the helicopter flyby on, I just happened to catch this very unique and sort of rare helicopter view. And let's use this view to spectate the crash from above, from beginning to end for the most part. From the moment Peyton Keys got passed by Connor Breeden, he just slowly started falling back, and it turns out that would unfortunately be a place where he would be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Riley Smith got slowed down just in time, but was also inches away from getting hit or hitting a spinning car. Towards the very end of the Riley Smith shot, you probably most likely saw Cameron Blake and Jacob Reed hooked together. They didn't spin. They just hooked together and went into and went onto the apron, but were able to save the car. But anyway, everyone from Connor Breeden to Frankie Reed is now out of the race, leaving Abe Troxell as the last driver on the lead lap. But anyway, when we get back racing, it will just be just a little over past halfway. And now all of a sudden we now have new contenders up front, like Dale Scott. Daniel Boyles has gone himself up into the mix, and slowly Bubba Buchanan and Lisa Gonzalez are starting to become contenders. But hopefully those two don't hook like they did, just recently, or else it'll cause another big wreck, like the one we just saw here. Here we go. Pierre Saviano here goes to the inside here with help from Daniel Boyles, and Pierre Saviano will now become the new leader. Whoa! Him and Daniel Boyles. Okay, they leave each other just enough room right here. That could have been bad. But anyway, here we are now. It looks like we are 3 wide here for the lead, or almost 3 wide. Here comes Daniel Boyles here on the bottom. The last time we were at USQA, the season opener at Daytona, who won that race? Daniel Boyles. Daniel Boyles looking to do the same thing. But anyway, here comes his teammate Luke Walker here on the bottom. But here we go. Lisa Gonzalez goes down to block Luke Walker, and now Lisa Gonzalez is looking to be the next leader. Here she comes, and now Lisa Gonzalez, can she hold on and lead a lap and stay out there? I don't know. Luke Walker there, he's looking, and Luke Walker also has Kendall Maynor behind him. But also, like Daniel Boyles here, he got a big shove right here from Dale Scott in the 88. Whoa! Oh my God! Here, watch out! The leader's wreck! Lisa Gonzalez wrecks here right around the field. Car Sinclair gets involved. So the leader's wreck right here. Blaine Keys, Oriana Parks, and now all of a sudden our new leader is now. Is Dale Scott our new leader? Yes, he is. Luke Walker in second, Kendall Maynor in third, Justin Thomas in fourth right there. But oh my goodness, what a tough break for Lisa Gonzalez and Daniel Boyles. They just got up to the front, and they're battling for the lead. But interesting to note is that I don't think all weekend we have seen a crash happen in turn number 3. No, we have not actually. But anyway, it looks like that. The night is gonna end for drivers like Daniel Boyles and Lisa Gonzalez. Let's take a look and see what happened. As you can see right here, it was a side-by-side 2-car tandem battle right here for the lead. And what I think you'll see here first here is that Daniel Boyles here got a little too high here and got up into the wall just a little bit here. And then as he came off the wall, Dale Scott just took him far enough here to get turned here. But both Dale Scott and Luke Walker save it. And Lisa Gonzalez here, she was just an innocent bystander right here. Pierce Saviano gets an injury here. I think Johnny Mills might have also got the injury here. Car Sinclair gets damaged. So does Cameron Garlington in the 6 right here. And from right here, they start piling in right here. Blaine Keys, Eric Almerhart also gets some damage as well. So already just after a restart, another big crash right here. But let's see if we can find someone to go on board, or because if I don't decide to find someone on board, we'll go right back to the green flag. It looks like Daniel Boyles could have the win in the bag, but now all he'll have in his bag is a bunch of scrap parts. Actually, from that shot, it looked like Daniel Boyles actually did not get up in the wall. So interesting. So I guess Dale Scott. So I guess if there's anyone Daniel Boyles can be mad at, it should be Dale Scott then. Entering tonight, Lisa Gonzalez was not inside the top 25 points, and it looked like that things were finally going to turn around. But then all of a sudden, they just don't. It looked like Pierre Saviano could go back-to-back on wins, but all of a sudden he gets caught up in a mess now it was making. Like I've said before, Dale Scott, out of all of the 40 drivers, he he's had one of the worst starts to the whole field, and it looks like that right now he is in a really great position to turn everything around. We'll just see her here. Right behind him, he has Kel Minor, and right behind him, Justin Talampas looking to do the weekend slipper here, and we got another crash behind them. Luke Walker and Ariana Parks go around. So now bringing out another caution here. So Dale Scott here, he's gonna lead even more laps, and it looks like that he's gonna clinch most laps led. Is the caution out? Yeah, the caution's out. Oh my goodness, Blank Keys, it also looks like he got some damage, or maybe he was coming out of the pits. Here's Saviano up against the wall. Wait a second, maybe that wasn't Ariana Parks, maybe it was Blank Keys. But anyway, now Luke Walker's day has gone from bad to worse. Let's take a look and see what happened. Entering turn number 1, we have a stack up right here. Let's start with Garrett Sinner. Now, if you remember, Garrett Sinner got involved in that first crash, and he had a lot more damage than pretty much everyone behind him. So that just slowed up everyone right here. And eventually what would happen right here is that Blank Keys would be caught in the middle of a 4-wide situation right here. But then Luke Walker, who also had steam, got was close to here. Well, actually, it was because Blank Keys and Garrett Sinner hooked together here, and then Luke Walker had nowhere to go. But for Blank Keys, he took a pretty hard hit into the outside wall. And so it looks like that, especially for Blank Keys, who came into this race third in points, his day is going to be over. But anyway, let's take it back to the green flag. Blank Keys and O'Neill Balvin are the two drivers that are out, and O'Neill Balvin, who was involved in that crash as well, it looks like that damage was significant enough to take him out of the race. But anyway, here, what's wrong with 31, Alan Souza? Here, he's all of a sudden pulled right down to the racetrack right here, so I don't know what kind of problem he has. It looks like some kind of mechanical problem, it looks like, because he'll be hanging out for so for him, it would look like he was going to restart inside the top 15. His day is now coming to an end. But anyway, here, we just now have, when we get the restart here, it will just be 8 laps to go. Can Dale Scott hold on, or will it be someone like Kendall Maynor, Justin Talampas, Nick Smith, Jim Kelly, or anyone else in the pack? Let's find out. As we get the green flag, right about now. Kendall Maynor, he got a great restart here, and he's going to the inside here. But the thing is, who will choose to follow him? I think it would make pretty good sense for Justin Talampas here to pull it down here. But let's take a look. No one's going with Justin Talampas here, and now Nick Smith is now going to the inside Justin Talampas here. So Nick Smith is going to move up to the front. That could be a costly mover here for drivers like Jim Kelly, Justin Talampas, and Andrew Gorman here, which are now caught up on the high side. But now here comes Kendall Maynor. That might have just been the winning move of the race. Well, let's take a look here. Can Kendall Maynor hold off Nick Smith? Here comes Charles Bellinger here. Charles Bellinger, the Atlanta winner. So far this season, he's had one really good race, which was the Atlanta one, but he's had 2 really bad races. I think he got DNFs at both Daytona and at Portland. But right here comes Dale Scott. He's coming back here, looking to take the lead back, and looks like that he's going to get it. Can Nick Smith get up into the mix? He's now going to go to the inside of Kendall Maynor, and he could possibly completely pass it here. And here comes Bubba Buchanan, but he's going to be caught up on the high side. Justin Talampas now going back to the inside. Right here. Alan Souza has returned to the track, but the thing is, like I said, it's such a shame. Here, it looked like that he could have gotten a nice top 15 or maybe even top 10. But anyway, now Dale Scott here. Dale Scott is just pulling away from the packer here. Look at the lead he has gotten over everyone else. Anyway, but the thing is, I don't think I don't think we can give the trophy to Dale Scott yet, because the thing is, we still have starters here like Andrew Gorman and Ian Saunders here looking here to the inside here as they are now 4 wide here at Seattle. 4 wide. Ian Saunders, Andrew Gorman, Bubby Buchanan, Justin Talampas. Oh my goodness, Justin Talampas here. I think he got it up in the wall just a little bit, and I think that's gonna hurt his momentum. But anyway, now all of a sudden here, Dale Scott here, he still has a pretty massive lead. I think this is the biggest lead we've seen anyone get all weekend long, and it looks like Dale Scott, he might actually extend his lead here. This is kind of reminding me of what Riley Smith did in the American Ethanol Series race at Daytona. He got the lead in late stages, and then just from there on he just pulled away. And Dale Scott, he is slightly one way here. Oh my goodness, here gets up in the wall and blows up the entire field, but they all saved it. But that's really gonna hurt Justin Talampas, Jim Kelly, Riley Smith, and Johnny Mills runs it here. And now Justin Talampas here is now stuck in the wall again. Here comes Ian Saunders here going to the inside. Can Ian Saunders give Dale Scott a run for his money? Right here. But Torn Deer behind him. That could be like a move right here, but I think honestly, Dale Scott, I think he just has this in the back here in the '88 Nationwide Chevrolet. But man, here now here, he's trying to keep second right here. So far this weekend, it just seems like what's kind of interesting right here is that it's like it's like in the corners. It's like in the corners they sort of kind of use like the middle to the high line. Like the thing is they don't go like straight to like the bottom right here on like at like Daytona. But the thing is, it's like if they choose to make a pass, they have to make it on the bottom, and if they have a good drafting partner, they will be able to pull it off. But anyway, here Dale Scott here come into the white flag right here as they continue to battle for second place right here. Torn Dieter and Saunders, the white flag is in the air. Final lap right here for Dale Scott. And it looks like he still continues to pull away just a little bit here. Well, actually he lost a couple hundreds right here, but still a very strong leader here, and almost no worries at all. Down the backstretch for the final time, Dale Scott in the '88. As I said a couple times, he out of the 40 drivers he has had in it, but he definitely cannot continue to say it now, as he will get his first career win of the SERL Hall Cup Series, and it comes at Seattle. The weekend is now over here, and just overall, what a race. Dale Scott here. So here we go. So here is our fish order. Here, once it loads, and there we go. So our top 10 right here: Dale Scott, Torn Dieter, Bubba Buchanan. I'll say it again. Dale Scott, Torn Dieter, Bubba Buchanan, Ian Saunders, Bubba Buchanan, Andrew Gorman, Charles Belling, Riley Smith, Nick Smith, Jim Kelly, Kendall Maynor. That's your top 10 here. Whoa, my goodness, here! What happened right there with Nick Smith? Whoa, my goodness, here. Did Nick Smith hit the pit wall? No, my goodness. Coming down here to the line. Andrew Gorman here, can't wait to see here, gets into the pit wall. Nick Smith just has nowhere to go, so does Jim Kelly. But whoa, my guess here, that did not happen. That did not happen in the past 2 nights, but it's happened here. Man, let's go on board Andrew Gorman. Yeah, the thing is, he was coming in with a lot of his steamer here. Like, you can't see it, but the thing is, they were coming out the road at 150 miles per hour. Oh my goodness. That's a hard look, but it looks like Andrew Gorman will be okay. But anyway, here. Let's now continue with the finishing order. So right here, so when I look at this finishing order here, there were some drivers that they got great finishes here, and they kind of needed good finishes. Dale Scott definitely needed. Torn as I said in the beginning, hasn't made very much noise. Same for Aiden Saunders. Uh, and honestly, I don't know who's going to be the points leader once this is all said and done. I really don't know. It could Johnny Mills actually could get the points lead back right here because the thing is, out of the top seven points, he's the highest finisher in 11th place. But like I said, I don't really know. And right here in the rear of the field, there were managers here that didn't get the finishes that I think that they deserved, especially drivers like Daniel Boyles and Lisa Gonzalez. Um, uh, Payne Keys, the pole center finishes 39th. Well, with how fast of a car he had leading up to this race, I don't know if he really deserved that finish. Uh, Luke Walker, he got involved in the same incident with Lisa Gonzalez and Daniel Boyles. He definitely did not deserve that finisher here. So hopefully they can all, uh, hopefully many other drivers can just redeem themselves next week here. And speaking of next week, uh, we go to two different tracks across the weekend here. The Dominus Pizza Truck Series and the American Ethanol Series are going to Memphis Motorsports Park, and I feel like this time around, uh, the issues that I was having last season, I think should be fixed. And for the second season in a row, after not intent after not intentionally after not planning on going to this track in the first place, the Hot Wheels Cup Series returns to the Brickyard for the second season in a row. So I feel like that it should be a very interesting weekend with having a short track and then having a very legendary super speedway. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. So I hope you enjoyed this race. Uh, and, and if you're ever interested in getting this track, just type in Seattle Super Speedway NR 2003, and you should find the track if you want it, if you want to use it in your NR 2003 league. But anyway, thank you for watching this race, and congrats to Dale Scott.